Hello, everybody. My name is Bharat Krish. I want to talk to you about why we need AI that's inclusive. We've heard from Jerry and Alexa the past few minutes. Uh, they made a good case about this, and I want to show you some examples of how to get there. So, as you know, AI is in everything today, and it is going to be in everything tomorrow, from banking to finance to healthcare to detecting fraud to insurance to information security to getting loans to utilities. Every one of those industries is going to use AI, if not already. The projection is in the next 10 years, the global impact will be $3 trillion. The big companies like Google, IBM, Microsoft, SAP, Salesforce, and governments, even state governments, they are all implementing AI because they are betting on it with their future. So AI is being democratized, but there are big risks in them. I am not talking about killer robots, although the movies would tell you that, but even worse. Bias in AI is the real danger. The biased AI systems are everywhere around us. You heard from Jerry that who is taking care of the disabled when they're building AI systems? Are they thinking about them? Similar to that, who's thinking about women? Who's thinking about the minorities when they're building the systems? Before I go into that, I want to tell you a little bit about my story and why I got motivated to talk about this. So a year ago, my co-founder and I set out to build a face recognition and a face expression recognition algorithm. So we engaged with the top universities. We got a lot of data from them. We also got data from open source. And we built an algorithm that was pretty good, we thought, until we started recognizing people with darker skin colors. I'm sure you see the irony here. Here I am building a company based on a technology that recognizes faces, but it doesn't even recognize my face. So this got me thinking that, hey, I am here recognizing this because I have a darker skin, but what about all of the other startups? Are they thinking their AI might be biased? And then I started digging more, and I realized that there are over 180 human biases that have been classified today. And if all of these biases are not checked, they will end up in AI and explode. So to illustrate that even better, I want to show you some examples. As I spoke earlier, the leading face recognition algorithms today do an exceptionally poor job detecting females with darker skin color. So what's the impact here? For example, these algorithms are being used by police, and they are doing virtual lineups. Who do you think will be identified or misidentified? Another example, similar to what Alexa showed, I searched for nurses, and you only see women and one man there. And when I search for doctors, you see all men. So when you are a startup with very little money and you're building an AI company, you go to these sources to source for data. And you are perpetuating the stereotype further. I'll show you another example. This is Snapchat. And this filter in Snapchat really irks me because it takes a face that is darker and lightens it, narrows the noses, narrows the lips, lightens the eyes. So what it is propagating is an European notion of beauty. Now, I come from India, and for Indians, in India, if you're darker skinned, you're considered unattractive. Obviously, that wasn't the intent of Snapchat or any of the engineers worked on this, but inadvertently, they have confirmed a bias. This is the last example, and I'll get off the grim subject. Right, so in this bias, we call it the interaction bias, where AI, when it interacts with the real world without safeguards, can go crazy. So Tay.ai, for those of you who don't know, was a Twitter messaging bot that was released as an experiment to see what it can learn from real world and how it can message automatically. Obviously, it learned from trolls. So if you're human, you actually have common sense and you say, okay, this is somebody trolling me, so let's get off the subject. But Tay, on the other hand, took that as real information and learned from it. So within 24 hours, it went from calling humans as super cool to becoming a sexist, racist bigot. Okay? So you should look this up. This is fascinating messages that Tay sent out. So here are some examples of how in real world things can get haywire very fast with AI. But the good news is, if we catch this early, we can fix them. I want to show you an example. So this is an image, and you might recognize Alexa in this as well. This is an image where when it is run with the generic algorithm, it picks 6 faces. And it doesn't pick all of the faces. So with our algorithm, all we did was we fixed the data set to include diverse faces, including darker faces, face tilts, faces with beards, darker lighting. And the results are amazing. We didn't do much, but the results are amazing. All it took was some common sense. Okay? In fact, it's so good that we use it for example, understanding, finding people's faces in stadiums. So now, how do we build an AI that is inclusive? Right? I thought of 4 things that needs to be part of this. And each one of them can be supported by AI as well as tools. So we need to test and audit AI systems. So if you're a corporation or a startup or a government organization or trying to get a job within an AI company, you should think about what was the AI built with? What does the data set include? Is it a diverse data set? Are they fair and ethical? You know, I talked to a company recently that wanted to give us resources for building AI algorithms, but they didn't have fair and ethical practices for their other projects. So we didn't work with them anymore, even though they were good engineers. Are they transparent? But all of this cannot be possible without diverse talent. You need diverse talent because you need to create a diverse mindset when you're building AI. I'm case in point in that. If I didn't recognize my AI was broken, I wouldn't be able to fix it, right? So the problem there is only 13% of AI and machine learning companies today are led by women. And only 1 in 5 computer science graduates are women. But the opportunity is huge in AI for minorities and girls. Today, only 200 to 300,000 people are working in AI, but we need millions of people. So this is the biggest opportunity ever for girls and minorities. But this is where we all come in. We need to support them by being role models, by being mentors, by guiding them to be part of an AI community, by showing that AI is not something that's far-fetched, that's scary. It's simple. If I can do it, young girls can do it. And there are organizations that are supporting them. And if you are wanting to be an AI engineer, please reach out to me. Please reach out to the organizations. And if you want to build an organization that supports this, I would love to collaborate with you. So in conclusion, for AI to be inclusive, we need to understand the biases in AI. We need to create the cultural context, and we also need to hire diverse talent. And inclusive AI is not just the right thing to do, but it is also a great product and can make a great business. My name is Bharat Krish. Please reach out. Thank you.